update. James or whoever's going to be using the boat, just wanted to give you a few tips so you don't have to figure everything out on your own. Those are some straps. I've got 2 of those in the boat for tying off, and they're stretchy, really easy to use. We have lots of storage, you know, under here, over on this side, down here. There's a trash can right here that needs to be thrown away, you know, some cleaned out. These are retractable right here, so they can be put anywhere and reused, so that's kind of cool. I usually put the straps that I just showed you in here, and inside there are 4 bumpers that can be pulled out and put alongside the boat if we're using it or parking it somewhere not here. What I also learned is it's better to put the boat into the boat dock when we're not using it. It's much easier to park that way than it is to pull it up alongside over there, because you have to tie down, and here all you gotta do is just put 1 rope around it. It'll kind of stay in the compartment. This is the control center. You can crank the engine by either turning once like that, or you can push the master power button, and you can push start or stop right here to start the engine. Got a really cool set of Lawrence fish finder, GPS system, and sonar system, which is neat. I'll show you that in a second. These docking lights are actually headlights, and you only use those when you're pulling in somewhere and you need to shine a light on it. Navigation lights are your running lights, front and back. Anchor lights are the same thing, kind of white lights. And then canopy lights are lights on the canopy lights, on the canopy that goes up above. So wanted you to know that. You can Bluetooth. All you have to do is push the power button in on the radio that's inside this panel, and you'll be able to connect your phone, sync your phone on Bluetooth to and play anything you want to play on this. There's one of these panels in the very back. I've got the depth alarm set at 5 feet, so anytime you get to 5 feet, the alarm will go off. We ran into some shallow water earlier. We didn't mess anything up too bad, but ran into some shallow water, so we set that just to protect us. Shows you the depth on that screen and the speed. This scale will actually, or gauge will actually tell you the percentage of fuel left. I've got almost a full tank, so you can just kind of see it shows 86%, 85%. And then you can switch between screens, and you can select what you want here. I've chosen this one, which is the full screen, but you can do a split screen where you got like a GPS kind of thing that shows you where the lake is, and a gauge. Also, we got the video deal set up where it points back behind the boat. You can adjust the screen where, or the camera where it shoots straight back towards the skiers or the people that are riding the whatever they're riding. So that's pretty cool too. If you're riding at night, like we were the other night, and it's really dark, you may need to dim. Push the power button on this 1 time, and you can adjust by brightness or just go to night mode, which was something I didn't know how to do, and it was like shining in my face. I couldn't see anybody. I put one of these in so we could charge our phones there, but we've got to get this fixed again. It keeps shorting out, so I'll have them fix that. So that actually will change the brightness too. Just keep pushing that lightly. So also with canopy, you can push the canopy up or down. We've got it set up now where it's in the zipped up deal. In order for it to stay up high like that, it has to be zipped up in that thing. When you take that cover off, then it is, you know, an expanded you know, cover for the boat, and it's about 10 feet wide. But when you drop it down, it will drop all the way down on top of this place where you lay down, which is not cool, because, you know, when you're riding, you want to be able to lay on this stuff. The ladder, just got to make sure you keep the ladder up. A lot of times the kids are getting up on the ladder and we forget to pull it up. The motor's pretty easy to run. I mean, it's really quiet, and I think we're plenty deep in here where we don't even have to pull it up, so all is well on that. There's the gas, where you put the gas in, and you know, we need to probably put some of that fuel thinner or fuel preservative in there when you can, because they say it makes the motor last longer, and if we're leaving the boat sitting for a long period of time, the fuel won't settle. The other thing is we put a full tank of water in there for just, you know, washing your hands, or I guess making food, or whatever this is for. And I guess that's oh, and then there's a remote control right here for the lights in the pool house, or in the boathouse. You just press that and it'll come on, and it works about several hundred yards away. So the other thing is, you know, at night I've been kind of putting the boat up on you don't have to, but I've been putting the boat up on the lift. But when you push up or down, you may just have to pause a little bit before you change directions, because the motor uses that pause to let it know which direction to pull up or down. And I just learned that out the other day. So when we get our other boat back, we're gonna have to plug that in up there so that this one works, because right now it's not plugged in. We've been seeing all about this shock, you know, electric shock issues people have on boat docks. I'm not talking to anybody around here who's had any issues, but the turn off switch, in case somebody gets in there and starts to get shocked, you just push the test button right here, or the reset, you know, the test button, and it'll kill all the power to the entire boathouse. You push that back in and power's restored again. So you need to be tell everybody that's in your party that you know, that's where the shut-off switch is, because when somebody gets in there and they were to get shocked, that, you know, you'd want to be able to you know, turn them off really fast. So I think that's about it. We skied, and we wakeboarded and kneeboarded, and pulled the you know, the tubes and the Mabel and everything behind this thing, and it's plenty strong to do just as the same stuff that we do on the ski boat. So anyway, just wanted you guys to have a little heads up on that, so you wouldn't have to figure everything out on your own. The switches for the lights here, there's 3 sets of lights. This is for we've got some little running lights here. The one to the right is for the little lanterns, and then the remote control turns the really big lights on underneath the roof. So, and then there's some blue lights out here that help you figure out which one you're pulling into, and the switch is right here. So anyway, hope you guys have a good weekend next weekend on the boat, and it should be good to go. I'm gonna have them fix some of the stuff that wasn't working this week, so you don't have to worry about it. Talk to you soon.